Are you ready to turn heads? Luxury isn't just worn, it's experienced. Introducing a Layla Cara style and new up-and-coming designer collection where exclusive shoes and bags for men and women meets your feet. How about you take a handbag and wear it in style, where each piece is personally designed by Layla Carroll herself and handcrafted from the finest material in Italy. Leather, smooth like butter, bold, timeless, distinctly you. Step into true elegance and make your mark with a Layla Cara style where confidence meets craftsmanship. Visit a Layla Cara style and experience the luxury of art that you wear.
So, to build your relationship and to make your relationship stronger, how would you do that? Well, we already talked about the communication skills. Didn't we do that? We sure did. So, what I want to do is go into a deeper exercise for you so you can understand. I'm going to put it all together. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it all together. All right. Let's just get right into it. Building a strong, healthy relationship requires effort and commitment from both parties, both partners, from you and from your mate. You cannot do this all alone by yourself. It's just not going to work. No matter how much effort that you put into it, if your mate and your partner is not putting in the effort, it will not work. You're exhausting yourself, all right? So relationship building exercises can help enhance communication, increase intimacy, and foster mutual respect and understanding. So here are some several exercises that both of you can engage in to strengthen your relationship. Communication exercises. We already went through that. Don't want to go through it again. All I'm going to tell you is to make sure that you practice everything that I have already taught you with the communication skill training, all right? And then intimacy. We talked about intimacy, how it's not sex. Go back over that video as well, but I'm going to add something else on there. I'm going to add this here to it. When to build intimacy and connection, you need date night. Date night is very important. See, I love date night with my husband. I look forward to those days. Matter of fact, I was looking on Amazon to find a beautiful dress that I can wear for our next date night, So date night, schedule regularly date nights by planning regular dates to spend quality time with each other. You need to be just you and your partner, okay? So schedule that time together. You want to do activities that both of you enjoy. What it would do will foster connection. So don't be, well, he likes to go to the ball game, but you don't. Then that's not a date night. That's just you compromising and giving in to something that they like doing just to show your support. But you want to do something that the both of you like doing and that you can enjoy together. You also want to practice your love language exercises. So if you haven't done it already, there's a love language exercise that you can pull up online. I cannot post it in this course because it doesn't belong to me. But I can recommend it for you, and that's what I'm going to do. So what you want to do is go online and pull up love language, and you're going to take that test. So the love language test, and you're going to find out what is your love language. So you want to identify the language by learning each other's love language. If it's words of affection, you can say words of affirmation. Some people have their love language is words of affirmation. Like they need to be told that they're great. They need you to tell them that you appreciate them. They need you to tell them. All right? Is it acts of services? Well, for me, My love language is acts of services. I show my love by doing things for people. That is part of my love language. When I do something for you, you don't have to ask me for anything. If I see that there's a need, I love you, I'm going to do something to help you in that area. But that might not be your partner's it might not be your partner's love language though. Just because it's yours doesn't mean that you are going to constantly do acts of service. You have to find out what your partner's love language is and do that. But for you to show your love and you say, hey, let your partner know mine is acts of service. So when you see me doing these things for you, I'm showing you that I love you, but I understand that yours is words of affirmation. So I'm going to do both. I'm going to give you the words of affirmation that you need, but I'm also going to do the acts of service that I need, because that's how I really let you know I love you. I can give you words of affirmation all day long, but that is what's helping you. It's not necessarily helping me, but I want you to understand, because I understand that your love language is different from mine. I'm giving you what you need as well as what I need too, and vice versa. All right. It may be receiving gifts. Some people think that if you give them flowers and buy them things, that's a love language for them. All right. Quality time or even physical touch. I'm gonna tell you, my husband and I, we took this test before we got married, and I'm the one who brought it up because I had took it before him, and I said, let me do this with him. And I'm also taking it again to see if it changed. Mine did not change. I was surprised that it didn't change. His was pretty much similar to mine. We have similar love language. Like, for instance, my number one is acts of service. Helping me. Actually, no, take that back. That's my number two. My number one is quality time. I meant to say that. That's my number one love language, is quality time. I need to spend time with you because that's how I connect with you. Whether even if it's on the phone. And I think that's how the narcissist was able to get me, because of the fact that he spent a lot of time talking to me and giving me attention and stuff like that. I don't need a whole lot of attention. That's one thing I don't need. I can go without talking to you for days and be cool with that. But for me to know that we're together, I do need that quality time. That's why I love date night with my husband. We need us together. Let go of the world and let's have us. And then, of course, acts of service. So, like, I do things. I'm not going to, and I think that's why my mother takes advantage of me in that area, because I do things for her. And she just eats it all up, And who else know me in that area than my own mother, all right? So, like, well, I know she's going to do it because that's how she is, That's how I show my love to you. But it doesn't mean that you have to take advantage of that. But anyways, and then, of course, physical touch. Now, I'm the type of person, I don't like to be touched by random people. But when I am loving you, I am very touchy-feely. Yes, I'm touching your hair, touching your ears, touching your neck. Y'all even touch your nose. Like, I would rub my fingers at my husband's nose like this. Sometimes I would do like that. Like, I just touch. And, of course, he has his quality time as well as acts of service. And words of affirmation is not really there for me, even though I like hearing it. I think words of affirmation and gifts are at the bottom for me, because I don't really need words of affirmation due to the fact that I give it to myself and I already know it. But and I don't feed off of it. Like, I don't let it go to my head like I need it to boost me up. Now, as far as the gift giving, I'm not a big gift giver. I'm going to be honest with you. Your birthday come up, I'm going to call you and I'm going to be like, happy birthday. And I'm going to give you some words of affirmation, pretty much. I'm going to tell you, this is your day. This is the day that you'll be able to do what you want. Don't let no one mess up your day. Don't let no one get you upset. Do what you want to do on your, like, I would do those type of things, but I'm not going out to buy you a gift. I'm going to be straight up with that. I'm not, because I'm not a gift giver. Now, have I given gifts before? Yes, but I'm not the type that I always come bearing gifts. I don't. But I don't expect no one to do that with me either. I don't require it. And when someone does it, I'm like, oh, thank you. But it's not necessarily to a point where I'm super excited. I'm not. I'm just not. It's just like, why spend your money like that unless I needed it? Now, if I needed it, that's different. But if it's something that I really could have went without, is one of those things. So you have to really put yourself in, do this test. It's going to help you to understand your mate a whole lot better and why they're not receiving the love that you're trying to give to them when you can give them the actual love that they actually need. All right. And then, of course, your eye gauging. Oh, yes. You want to silently stare each other in the eyes and make Google eyes with each other. Google. You know how you was when you were a teenager and you fell in love and you were like, oh. Yeah, do that. It'll work. You would be surprised how much it'll work. And then you're like, oh, you got freckles. Oh, your freckles are so cute. You know, like, okay, you know I have freckles. But then it makes them blush. I make my husband blush all the time. I got a few videos catching him blush. Matter of fact, his birthday was this past weekend. And he didn't know. When we went out to eat, he didn't know I was going to videotape him. And I did. And he just started blushing. Oh, my goodness. I love to see him blush. Matter of fact, that's one of the qualities that make me... I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there. His blushing, put it like that, it turns me on. Okay. Anyways, so we're gonna focus, and then of course you want to focus on the time that you have with each other. Try to focus on that time without words when you do the eye gauging. Like, don't talk if you can. But if you want to say something sweet, then do that. Okay, time and vulnerability exercises. Let's talk about trust. We're going to talk about being vulnerable because this is a sacred part of your relationship that belongs to the two of you. No one else should know about these things except for just the two of you, unless your partner has shared it with someone else about themselves, not about you, but about themselves. And vice versa, you have shared something about yourself with someone else, but you don't share your partner's most intimate situations, all right? This is how you get your partner to open up to you and to be more vulnerable with you, and y'all can trust each other. So let's talk about the trust fall. I talked about that once before and I said I wasn't going to do it myself, but you might want to do it. So the physical trust is when one partner falls back into the other's arm, trusting that they will be caught by their partner. And then when it happens, you're going to discuss with each other the feelings and the thought that arise during that exercise. Like, what were you thinking? Did you say, oh my God, he's not going to catch me? Oh, I don't think he's going to catch me. Oh, please help, please hope he catch me. Or was it like, I was afraid, I feared, like, I feel like I was going to just fall forever. You want to express, or maybe I feel calm. I feel like this was natural. I just knew you was going to catch me. Those type of things. So when you fall backwards, you're going to close your eyes. You're going to cross your arms like this. Oh, and you're going to hold your shoulders, opposite hand, opposite shoulder. And then you're just going to fall back. That way you won't brace yourself by touching something or breaking your wrist or whatever. Okay. And then the vulnerability sharing. Let's talk about that. I meant to say. So share your fears. Each partner share a personal fear or vulnerability, something that you are vulnerable with opening up. So that's something that you're going to do. Like my husband, he shared his fears with me. I did reassure him with the fear that he had, what he was having, that he didn't, well, anyways, I don't want to get into that. Like I said, intimacy, right? So it's vulnerable. You want to keep that to yourself, but I want you to know that we have done that, all right? And then, of course, you have support. You definitely need to offer support and understanding, reinforcing that the relationship is a safe place, right? That is going to help you build a stronger relationship with each other. And we talked about conflict resolution. I don't have to go into that. Just go back and replay the conflict resolution on how to resolve any type of conflict. And if you need to role play with somebody that you trust, then definitely do that. And don't forget to pause. When it gets heated, you need to pause, all right? Don't just keep going. Now, personal growth and goal setting exercises. This is where the individuality in the two of you come out. Because you got to keep in mind, because you are a couple and y'all together, you still an individual. And you still have your own visual needs as well as future plans. So you want to set goals. And the way you would do that, you would set individually goals. So each of you, both of you, will set personal goals and you will share them with each other. And then you will sit back and you will discuss it. You have to discuss these plans with each other, okay? You want to support each other. One of y'all might want to go back to school and get a doctorate. And the other one might be like, well, I was thinking about starting a business. You need to discuss how that's going to work. How are you going to make it work? One thing I can say is this. It's sad when one person put their dreams on hold for the other, because time is precious. And there's not a lot of time that you can keep thinking that you can have to do what you have been wanting to do. So you should be able to make it start happening at the same time, but you work out a plan. Just like you have a business plan, you need to work out a plan for whatever it is that you're setting for yourself. And that's the reason why you have the vision board. Definitely create a vision board for the both of you together. What you would do when you come up with your individual plan, he come up with his, you would take a vision board or whatever, and you would go on this board and you say, well, this is what we visualize of having. And you put it all over the board, write down, maybe I can do this at the end of this year and get started on research. Here, I can do this here, and I can do this at the end of this year, and I can get to making phone calls or filling out some applications or whatever. So basically, and then he does things, she does things, whatever, and it just keeps going until eventually, okay, we done that. Check. That was done. Keep it there so you can see your progress and you can see that you accomplished that. So when something over here gets hard, you can be like, well, we was able to accomplish this. So we definitely going to accomplish that. So let's keep going. Okay. So that's the reason why the vision board is so important. So you're going to create this together. You're going to create a vision board with shared dreams and aspirations. Y'all going to write down what you're going to do together. And that's when your individuality can come together as one. And constantly talk about each item and what they mean to you and how you can work towards them as you continue to grow together. And you want to make sure that y'all stay on the same page, all right? So let's talk about fun and playful exercises. This is another way you can build your relationship. Play games. Game night. For me, there's this game called Operation. It's old, but I had looked it up on Amazon. I was thinking about getting that. And I want it because I noticed that, like, I do hair and makeup, and I do my own makeup, I do my own hair, and so forth. But I used to braid hair so much when I was younger to where my hands started hurting. And I feel like if I get that game, I can go back to keeping my hands steady to be able to pick those little bones and stuff out of the patient on the little operation table. I used to play that game a lot when I was a kid. And yes, I'm showing my age. It was in the 80s. But if you can get some games that you and your spouse can play together, I think that will help. You want to choose games that spends the evening together, or even, it don't have to be in the afternoon. It could be whenever y'all have time for each other. So both of y'all should enjoy that game together. And what it does, it creates bonding time, relaxation, and y'all have fun together. It strengthens your bond, all right? And you can strengthen it through play. My husband and I, we play a lot. Yeah, we do. I enjoy being with him. And then he plays a lot with my son. And I say he because I do play with my son too, but my husband plays with my son all the time. Like them two, they are always playing. They be playing a little basketball game, or just wrestling or little joking things or whatever. They just do a lot of stuff together. But and then I go into the story another time. Anyway, let's keep on going. You can tell I like telling stories, and I do. But you can do travel memories. So you want to share travel memories that y'all have had already in the past. Go over some pictures, some videos, and stuff like that. And be like, man, you remember this? I remember my husband when he proposed to me in Miami, Florida, right? We was originally supposed to have went to the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, but we didn't get to make it because it was during the COVID time, and they had it to where you had to be vaccinated and you had to take get tested within a certain amount of time, and we didn't have the time for that. So we ended up going to, where did we go? We go to Miami. Well, he proposed to me out there, and not just that, we love to eat. We both are foodies, and I had pictures of food that we used to go to when we go to Miami or whatever. It's one place, I think it's called Manny's or something like that. Anyway, it was some cheesecake and all that stuff like that, and I was taking pictures by the Christmas tree because it was around Christmas time. Matter of fact, it was the week of Christmas. And I said, you remember this? And he was like, man, I was just thinking about that. Oh, I would love to go back and get that. And we ended up planning another trip to go back there just to get that food. Yes, we planned a trip to go eat. That's exactly what we did. So you want to do those type of things, all right? And what else? So don't forget the practical exercises where you do the 5 positive. You say 5 things that you are appreciative of each other. Don't forget the love gestures, the holding hands, the smiling, and smile at the appropriate time, as well as communication. You want to keep that up. And then your body language, pay attention to yourself. Don't forget that you can practice in the mirror or whatever. And you want to give each other eye contacts and stuff like that. And holding hands is a beautiful thing. So by regularly engaging in these exercises, you can build a stronger foundation of trust, intimacy, and communication, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and a resilient relationship that will help you with building your relationship. I hope this is something that is useful for you, because I feel like whenever you have something to go by, it'll help you stay on track and you won't fall off, and you and your mate can have a wonderful life together. So the next thing I want you to do for your next exercise, your activity, is going to be your questionnaire. The questionnaire is actually to help you identify if you are ready to re-enter into a new relationship after healing from a narcissistic one. So some of you, I'm going to tell you now, you're probably not ready. But you might say, I think I'm ready. I'm not sure. And then for those of you who say, look, I'm ready for a new relationship. I'm over that old dude. Let's keep going. Well, this is what this questionnaire is for, and we're going to get into that.
Are you feeling overwhelmed and exhausted by stress? Introducing Stress Management with Imaging Coaching, your ticket to a calmer, more balanced life. In this journey you will be taking with us here at Imaging Coaching, we'll equip you with powerful techniques and tools you can use to conquer stress, regain control, and transform your life. From deep breathing exercises to mindfulness practices, you'll discover the tools to relax your mind and body. Come join us on this transformative path and unlock a world of inner peace and resilience. Don't let stress hold you back any longer. Take charge of your well-being today with Imaging Coaching, your stress management team. Discover clarity. Defeat stress through Imaging Coaching at imagingcoaching.com, at imagingcoaching.com, at imagingcoaching.com, at imagingcoaching.com.